Every time I go to Brazil it's different. My friends had advised me to head out and go to the weekend markets and chill out a bit before heading out to the nightclubs that night, which is exactly what I did. As I strolled through, I got to see a different slice of life to Brazil. There is definitely a burgeoning middle class and upper class coming through, and the economy has really improved over the last few years since I was last there.
Oh, how the economic times have changed in Brazil. About 10 years ago when I first came here, as well as Argentina, these countries were on the verge of economic and social collapse. President Lula, who you've probably heard a bit about, and his subsequent successor have now been in power for 10 years. The result is that Brazil, the fifth biggest country, is now sitting at about 6 or 7 as the 6th or 7th biggest world economic powerhouse. This is reflected particularly in the big cities like Sao Paulo and Rio, which is why we're out at a little flea market on a Saturday with all the cool kitschy people who are now part of the nouveau riche of Brazil. So let's check out this market in Sao Paulo, shall we?
As I walked around the markets, I really had a chance to reflect on the new economy of Brazil. People are living a much better lifestyle than times when I'd been there before, but of course the prices have gone up accordingly. Anyway, I stopped off to have something to eat and a Guaraviton, drink full of good old guarana for energy, and then headed home ready to head out that night. When you go out at night in Sao Paulo, there's only one place to be, and that's Augusta Street. Well, I tell you what, when you're a city that doesn't have a beach, you make up for it by partying and nightclubbing. So let's just check it out and party on in Sao Paulo by night. Augusta has it all, from your lazy outdoor dining and relaxed pubs and clubs right through to the hardcore nightclubs and, well, shall we say some of the more seedier types of nightclubs you can go to as well. Whatever your flavour, you can find it here on Augusta, so check it out. Brazil is home to Pelé, the greatest football player to ever strap on a boot. They're also hosting the 2014 World Cup. Brazil's the most successful team in football history, having won the World Cup on 5 separate occasions, and they're the only team to have played in every single tournament. The local competition, however, is nowhere near of that standard. Just like us in Australia, the best players are overseas. But that didn't stop me going to see a local match, and everything about it is unusual in Brazil, including how you buy the ticket.
Okay, so here we are and we're buying tickets to a football match. Now, only in Brazil can you buy tickets this way. You come to a wall and see these pretty little triangles. You just go up to the triangle and ask for a ticket, and the triangle gives you a ticket. Here's the change. There we go. The triangle gives us some change, so let's go to the game.
Well, as you've seen in other episodes of Jason's Journeys, when I went to the Super Classico in Argentina, South Americans take their football very seriously. It's literally a matter of life and death. I discovered this as the players came out and, well, shall we say some of the fans wanted to talk about the history of the opposition players' mothers and their sexual experiences. So I knew that it was going to be a wild, wild time. We sat back and watched the game. Well, it wasn't sitting back. You have to participate. This is football Brazilian style.
You just saw the guys saying naughty things to the opposition.
As the game wore on, so did the tensions. The fans desperate for that goal, and you know that it's going to come eventually, followed by that traditional South American chant of goal! Well, I don't do it that well, do I? But you know what I mean. But like all good things come to those who wait, and Botafogo scored with 2 minutes to go. Ah, fanatical football fans, you got to love them all around the world. Well, that was Brazilian football. It's crazy, right? Hi everyone, and welcome to this special edition of Jason's Journeys. In this edition we're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to go and live in a city for a couple of months. So I've decided I'm going to pick a city I once lived in before, the city of Rio De Janeiro in Brazil. So let's head over to Brazil, and we're going to go and live in a favela, in a shanty town up there. Go and see the beaches of Ipanema and Copacabana. Enjoy the nightlife of Lapa, and then of course see the Christ statue and all the other things Brazil has to offer, especially its people. So without any further ado, let's get going. Actually, we're already here. Let's have a look. Welcome to Rio. Rio de Janeiro, just the name conjures up all kinds of images. Known as the River of January or simply Rio, it is the capital city of its own state and the second largest city in Brazil, being 6.3 million people, and the 6th largest city in the Americas and the 26th largest city on Earth. It was the capital of Brazil for nearly 2 centuries, from the 1700s through to the 1800s in the Portuguese colonial era, and in fact was the capital of the United Kingdoms of Portugal and Brazil from 1815 to 1821. It's an incredible place to visit, whether it's Ipanema and Copacabana beaches, the music of samba, the Christ statue, the Sugarloaf Mountain. Look, I could tell you 100 things. It's incredible and my favourite place in the world to visit. There are so many things to love about Rio. As a musician, I love the infectious rhythms and beats of samba and all other kinds of music that they have there. I also love the fresh fruit, the beaches, there's so much to see and do, and of course the nightlife where you can get out and shake your groove thing till the wee hours of the morning. It's an incredible place to be. Don't go away, because coming up after the break, our Rio Odyssey really gets underway. We're going to check everything out, don't you worry. I'll see you after the break, everyone.